Jesus said, this bread is my body, and this cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. Now, anybody that knows, that's been through a Passover Seder, those are traditional elements used at a Passover table. And Jesus waits until those two elements to show how he is going to cut a covenant promised through Jeremiah 31, Ezekiel 36, other places, all the prophets speak about it, of this new covenant that he's going to make with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. So I called the pastor up and I said, Pastor, now that we understand what we're doing and how this covenant was made, would you help me now serve communion to our, and there were 3,000 plus people there, to our family here. We're going to sit at this table, figuratively, and we're going to eat this meal and make a covenant with God in the body and blood of his son. This is serious stuff. For some people, they had taken these elements before and never knew what they were doing. We do this because you're supposed to, but didn't understand. And so I called Pastor up, didn't even know if he was there. I hadn't seen him. We hadn't spoken in years. He came up on the platform. I took the bread, the afikomen, the special bread, anyway, without all the explanation. Matzah, it's pierced, striped, and bruised, just like the body of Jesus. He said, this is my body. I spoke that to Pastor. I put it in his hand and spoke the Hebrew blessing over it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Placed it in his hand. And that's the last, he never said a word past that moment. He stood there transfixed on that little piece of matzah. I was speaking to him like I'm speaking to you, but he's not responding. He didn't look at me. He didn't say a word. I said, okay, maybe he's emotional. He's caught up in this moment. And then I took the cup and I did the same thing. No response. He didn't take the cup. He didn't reach out. He didn't respond to me. And now I notice that security people are starting to move towards the platform like, is he having a stroke? Is there something physically wrong with him? So I called the worship team up and let's finish the service. And I offered the elements to the people, did the blessing, and somehow he got off the platform and went to the green room where he wept for an hour. I went back to the green room to speak with him, and literally in broken English, he was so, it was like he was somewhere else at the same time. He's stumbling to find words. But he managed to tell me, when you handed me that piece of bread, Jesus walked up on the platform and stood next to me. He said, I never saw his face, but he began to describe the feeling, the sense. He said, I think I got a tour of heaven where they were celebrating Passover the same time we were, with the same elements, although there was too many people to count. So the Lord's Prayer, let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, has become a watchword for the church. So now, all of these things, when God said, this is what I want you to do, this is how a family should operate, has become like the watchword over the church. On earth as it is in heaven. So the sanctity of our homes, these special days that the Lord says, these are holy, come to my house, I have something to say. All of this has taken on incredible importance and has given a sense of special calling to each person in the church. It's like a light went on. I am a son of God.
If you like what you saw, make sure to like this video and comment below. Hit that subscribe button for more content uploaded weekly.